are you doing today? Welcome back to a random lifestyle vlog, and look what we're going to unbox today. This is the Harrods 12 days of fragrance advent calendar. This was a little bit difficult to purchase. It launched like in the middle of the night. Like I go to bed quite late. I can be awake at 3 a.m. but this actually launched later than that, which is like if you live in the UK, there is a big chance that you're asleep around that time. And this was sold in the UK and in the United States, so obviously this was much better time for the Americans to be able to buy it. It was a little bit difficult to get it, but I managed to get my hands on it, so I'm super happy. Hopefully it was worth it. Hopefully it was worth it. And let's see what's inside. So the advent calendar, I'm just going to put it like that and open this to show you. So we have this little like card here that just gives us all the names of the fragrances in here, and we do have ingredients list, which is quite cool, but we don't have any description, but we'll live with that. We'll just manage. And we have all these boxes over here. So yeah, I'm super excited. This advent calendar looked amazing. It wasn't like super cheap, it's like £150, but the value is insane, like £800 or something. So yeah, super excited. Let's start. Okay, number one is very heavy. By the way, I love the fact that they have these little kind of holes, so it's so much easier to take these out of the box. That is very well thought. Guys, this is an amazing star. This is Roja Perfumes. This is Oud Parfum. I just can't believe it because we have 30 mils. This brand is really expensive, like really expensive. And it's not like a little sample, it's like a 30 ml fragrance. Like, look at that. Oh my god, I just can't believe it. Look how pretty it is. So this fragrance is described as fresh, spicy with some rosy accords and oud. Obviously it's going to be quite oody. The notes are top note, lemon verbena, bergamot, lemon. Middle notes, May Rose, Geranium, Ylang Ylang and Jasmine. And then base notes, quite a lot of them. We have agarwood, we have leather, ambergris, saffron, musk, cashmere, wood, patchouli, rhubarb, sandalwood, nutmeg, cedar, cinnamon and vanilla. That smells divine. Let's see. If you love your Middle Eastern rose kind of vibe with some woodsy accords, that is just going to be... that's going to be your favorite. It's slightly smoky, it's floral, it's woody, it's just gorgeous, and it smells expensive. Also the liquid is so dark. Look, that's the liquid inside. That's pretty much almost black. Really cool. Okay, so that was an amazing day number one. Like, I can't believe it. Okay, let's move on to the day number two, which is here. Okay, so the fragrance in door number 2 or box number 2 comes in this little pouch, and this is Tiziana Terenzi. And I mean, the presentation is everything, right? This is La Superba Rosa. Okay, let's have a look. All right, so this fragrance is described as rosy with some honey and ambery notes. That sounds amazing too. Like, I think everything will sound amazing here. The top notes here are honey and herbal notes. The middle notes is just May Rose, and then base notes amber. Oh my god, I can't wait. Let's see. Where do I spray it now? Wish it came with a box. I mean, it did came with a box. I'm just being silly. Okay. I'm too excited. Oh. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. If the first fragrance was a little bit like too woodsy for you, this is just like a very feminine... I mean, this is a unisex fragrance, but this gives me like a very kind of warm, feminine vibe. It's floral. It's not like particularly like strong on rose, at least to my nose, but that honey and amber notes are just amazing. Oh, this is beautiful. This is stunning. So yeah, another good one, and this is 15 mils. So the size is actually not that bad here. And we have a pouch as well, so that is really cool. That is so exciting. Oh my god. Number 3 over here. It sounds interesting. Oh, it's open. Oh no, it's open. That is so sad. Oh, I think my sample, I will just have to contact Harrods about it, but this This is broken, I think. I feel really sad about it. It smells nice. It does smell nice, but that definitely shouldn't just go like that. It's just an open bottle. I'm not really... Yeah, it was just an open bottle. I'm really sad about it. I'm not sure if there's anything left in here, to be honest. Let's just see. No, it doesn't seem so. Yeah, I'll have to contact Harrods about it, but yeah, this just came open. So that's disappointing, but the only consolation is that this was actually 9 mils, so not the biggest one. I'll still give you a little bit more information about it, but yeah, that makes me really sad now. Okay, so this fragrance here is supposed to be warm, spicy with some vanilla and iris notes. The top notes is cardamom, the middle notes is just iris, and the base notes just vanilla. So quite a simple fragrance. It's slightly powdery. Fragrances with iris are usually quite powdery. A very kind of warm, nice fragrance. Too bad my bottle was empty. This is actually really weird because I don't really have... It doesn't seem like there are like wet spots or anything like that in here. Maybe the concentration of like alcohol in this fragrance was quite high, so that's why it didn't really leave those kind of like spots. But like, yeah, that was the saddest day so far. Let's move on to number 4. Hopefully that was the only one that was like that, and hopefully Harrods will actually just do something about it. The next one is by Diptyque, and this is Opsis. So this fragrance is described as ambery, fresh, spicy with some iris again, so we can expect something slightly powdery as well, but this time fresh, spicy. That's interesting. And the notes here are olibanum, iris, bergamot and musk. So very kind of simple construction of just like 4 notes. Yeah, that definitely gives me quite a similar vibe to the previous one. I'm not saying that this is a very similar fragrance, but it's also very strong on iris, quite powdery. But the other one I think was much warmer. This is definitely a little fresher. And it does have a little bit of like spiciness in here, so yeah, that is actually really pretty too. I do love Diptyque, so obviously most of the fragrances I'm actually really happy with, and this is 10 mils. Okay, moving on, number 5 over here. All right, let's open that one. I'm just trying to get back into like good mood after that unfortunate day number 3. Okay, we have Ex Nihilo, and this is Brompton Immortals, and this is 7.5 mils over here. So this fragrance is described as warm, spicy with some vanilla, amber and woodsy notes. The top notes saffron, pink pepper, middle notes ylang ylang, Bulgarian rose, jasmine, sambac and lily, and then base notes Madagascar vanilla, olibanum, patchouli and white musk. That sounds really interesting. I love saffron in fragrances, so let's see how this is going to smell. So this is our bottle. Very kind of elegant looking. Oh, this is stunning. This smells so luxurious. Oh my god. I told you I love saffron in my fragrances, and I just stand by it. This is just such a beautiful fragrance. It's definitely like warm, it's slightly woodsy. That saffron note here is just everything. I love it. I love it. I mean, I'm glad that this fragrance wasn't the one that was actually broken. I can live with the Christian Louboutin one because as much as I liked it, I didn't really love it, but this one is stunning. Okay, we're moving on to box number 6. Okay, so we have another box, and this is Florico. 1 umbrella for 2. Secret teas and spices, that's what it says here. That's very interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of this brand, so that's really cool. Let's have a look. So this is a fruity, woody fragrance with some green notes, apparently. And the notes are, okay, there are only 3 notes. Top note is blackcurrant, then middle note is tea, and then base note is cedar. That sounds very interesting. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so very kind of simple bottle. And oh my god, that is so delicious. That is so unique. I've never actually had a fragrance like this. I did have a couple of fragrances with blackcurrant, but this is different, you know. The blackcurrant here is actually very kind of almost like edible, but it has like, it's much sweeter, much fruitier than I would expect. There is this like slight woodsy base, which makes it interesting, but it's definitely, I would describe it as a fruity, like a full-on fruity fragrance. Yeah, that tea note is actually really interesting as well here, because you can definitely detect it. Such a delicious fragrance, I like it. It says here, 1 umbrella for 2, a sweet, fruity, and gourmand blackcurrant absolute encounters and a genmaicha tea extract and a cedarwood oil to form a perfect matching trio. That is really nice, really, that's very unique as well. Okay, number 7 over here. Okay, so we have a duo over here. So I could hear like some sounds coming out of it, and I was afraid that this is another broken one, but no, we have like a duo, and we have Glorious and Bravery. So these two little fragrances, they both are, I'm not sure how big they are, but I'm assuming maybe like 10 mils or 7.5. We don't really have that information in here, but that's so cool. I mean, they're not like samples, right? They're a bit bigger than that. So let's find some more information about it. So the Bravery, which is this one here. The Bravery is white floral with lavender, apparently. Also like fresh spicy. The top notes, lavender, saffron, black pepper. Middle notes, jasmine, lily, rose. And base notes, sandalwood, amber, musk, vanilla, oak moss. That sounds interesting, for sure. Oh, that's an interesting fragrance. That's not what I expected at all. Very unisex. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Very kind of pleasant, calming almost scent. Interesting. I don't know how I feel. I mean, I do like it, but I'm not sure this is like my number one kind of fragrance. This smells calming, but also like very cold. I kind of feel like I personally prefer like a little bit warmer fragrances, but that's cool, something a little bit different too. Let's check the other one. And the next one is Glorious. So this one's supposed to be fruity, woody, sweet, and the notes apparently are top notes, raspberry, pineapple, apple, cardamom, cassis. Middle notes, elemi, resin, nutmeg, rose, jasmine, and then base notes, gaiac wood, cedar, moss, sandalwood, patchouli, musk, amber, vanilla. I hope I have the right fragrance here. Yes, I'm not really sure if I have the right notes for this one, but it does not really, I don't really get that many like fruity notes over here. So that's quite interesting. Both of these fragrances are, I mean, I'm glad to have them, just something a little bit different to experiment, but these are not the type of fragrances I would normally purchase. Still cool, quite interesting, a little bit different. I think like we have quite a good selection of fragrances, quite a good variety as well. And let's move on to the box number 8 now. Okay, so here we have Penhaligon's Halfeti, and this is something I have tried before. So this fragrance is supposed to be woody and warm spicy, also a little bit aromatic. The top notes of cypress leaf, saffron, cardamom, artemisia, bergamot and grapefruit. Middle notes Bulgarian rose, nutmeg and jasmine. And base notes agarwood, leather, cedar, sandalwood, amber tonka, vanilla and musk. So yeah, you can pretty much imagine how this is going to smell. This is our bottle. Yeah, this is gorgeous. This is definitely a unisex fragrance, and you have to love your woodsy fragrances to appreciate it. It's a little bit smoky, it's very kind of sophisticated, but this is not the type of fragrance that is very easy on like many people. Some people might not really, maybe like too strong or too woodsy or too masculine even. It's like a really, really nice fragrance though if you like your woodsy scents. Okay, number 9. And this one is heavy. This one is like really heavy. So I'm super curious about that one. Oh my god, okay, so look what we've got here. So as you can see, this is by Maison Francisco Dijon, and this is his new fragrance, 724. It's just a number of it, and I can't believe how big this is. This is 35 mils, guys, so that is crazy. So this is how the bottle looks like. I still can't believe it that we have it here. This is supposed to be white floral with some aldehydes and a little bit musky as well. The top notes are aldehydes, Calabria and bergamot. Middle notes, sweet pea, mock orange, okay, Egyptian jasmine, and then base notes, white musk and sandalwood. So yeah, let's have a quick sniff of that. Well, that is so pretty. That gives me a little bit of like a clean cotton vibe, but a little bit like more than that. It's very kind of fresh, outdoorsy fragrance, very clean. Yeah, I really like it. I really like it, but this is not the type of fragrance I will be using anytime soon. I just wait for the weather to be a little bit warmer, definitely. This is like a perfect springtime fragrance, in my opinion. Number 10 over here. And we have Initio fragrances, and this is Oud for Greatness. So this is a fragrance I really wanted to try for a while, so I'm super excited about that. So let's open it. This is the bottle. I mean, their bottles are so stunning in a full size, so I wish they actually gave us a little bit something a little bit more fancy, but this is like a classic bottle. And let's see what Fragrantic it says about the fragrance. So this is supposed to be warm, spicy, fresh spicy, and woody as well, with some like oud. Top notes, saffron. Oh, you know I love saffron. Saffron, nutmeg, lavender. The middle note is only agarwood, and then base notes, patchouli and musk. I just can't wait, guys. I can't wait about this one. Oh, this is stunning. This is such a beautiful fragrance. I need to resist to just spray it on my like body now, but I kind of need to wait a little bit more. We have 2 more fragrances, and I just don't really want to, you know, have that mix of fragrances, but this is stunning. This is a beautiful fragrance. If you love your kind of like slightly Middle Eastern fragrances with like this beautiful oud and some florals on top of that, some like really sophisticated florals, then this is going to be perfect. Number 11 over here. And here we have a Thameen Sparkling Opal. I don't really know this brand, to be honest, so again we're just going to have a look at the notes. So this is supposed to be woody and warm spicy with some vanilla notes. Top notes of saffron. I think they love saffron too. Saffron, nutmeg, pepper. Then we have middle notes of orris root, agarwood, rose, jasmine, cinnamon, labdanum, cedar. Base notes, vanilla, amyris, sandalwood, gagwood, musk, leather, cedar. I do feel like there are quite a few fragrances that I really like, but they're kind of in a very similar vibe. So that's what I think. There is a variety, but then again, we have probably like 3 or 4 fragrances that are in a similar kind of vibe, you know? So this is the bottle. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to love it because the notes are like just so much up my alley. Yeah, it's a nice one. It's a really nice one. But it's quite powdery as well. So that makes it a little bit different compared to the other fragrances with like that woody floral kind of vibe. This one is a little bit more powdery. It's really nice though. So yeah. And also it's like a new brand for me to discover. So that is cool. Okay. Now, you know what? I can see that there's this kind of like a wet spot over here. I don't know if you can see that. See, this is where my fragrance went, unfortunately. Okay, number 12, the last one. It's actually not as heavy as I expected. I kind of expected number 12 to be the heaviest one, but it's not. And we have something by Montal in a pouch again. So this one is, oh, how cute this ball is. So this is 20 mils over here, and this is Arabian Stonka. So let's see first. Yeah, so this is supposed to be sweet vanilla with amber. The top notes, saffron, bergamot, middle notes, oud, Bulgarian rose, and then we have base notes of sugarcane, tonka bean, amber, white musk, and oak moss. Oh, that is gorgeous again. That is another beautiful fragrance. I love it. Such a great fragrance, but to be honest, again, this is perfectly in this kind of vibe that the couple of other fragrances were here. So what do I think about this kind of a calendar? I mean, the value is insane. For what we're paying, the value is insane. Even with that one fragrance that was actually broken in my case, I think, I mean, we have 2 30 ml fragrances in here, which is crazy. I do feel like there is a certain variety in here. We do have some like completely different fragrances, like some of them. But on the other hand, we do have like 4 or 5 fragrances that are in this very kind of similar vibe with saffron, with woodsy notes. I love it. So don't get me wrong, I don't really have any problem with that. But if you kind of prefer slightly different fragrances, then you might feel a little bit bored with that kind of range of fragrances, if you know what I mean. All in all, I do feel like this is a brilliant advent calendar, and if you're a fan of your woodsy fragrances with some like more sophisticated florals, then this should be a good choice for you. So yeah, I definitely can recommend this. I think it was a brilliant advent calendar. And I think that's everything from me. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if this is something that you would consider buying for yourself, or maybe you bought it, and let me know how you liked it. Thank you very much for watching. For more advent calendar unboxings, check those videos here. I'm going to see you very soon. Take care. Bye.